Hey there, it's Ed from BirthdaySuitBlueprint.com, and I want to dive into some deep stuff with you today. Stuff that isn't really talked about a huge deal in the fitness industry. So I want to talk about mindset, but on a totally different level. I'm not going to talk to you about the usual motivational type stuff, give you a load of images of me prancing around, not wearing much, flexing my muscles. What I want to talk to you about is really about human nature. Okay, so something dawned on me at the weekend when I was having a conversation with a friend. I was actually a few beers in at this point, so my mind was thinking creatively. But I got to thinking about how in nature we're all drawn to growth, right? So if you look at plants, if you plant a seed anywhere, it will grow towards the sun. Anywhere, even outside in my garden on the patio, weeds will grow up through the patio, I think, through the plates. You know what are they called? You know what I'm talking about. So nature, greenery, plants, whatever, life force will come up anywhere. It will grow. It's going up towards the sun, and human beings are no different. I mean, I've heard the phrase before a number of times. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. And I thought, come on, that's a bit ridiculous. If you're not growing, you're just stagnating. But actually, no, maybe that is true. Maybe if you're not growing, you are shrinking. I'm sure you have been in the same position of me at one point or another in your life where you've felt like you've got to a good level, maybe financially, maybe with your body, maybe with your relationships, whatever. You've got to a good level, and then it's made you sort of lazy because you're like, you know what, I've worked hard to get to where I am right now. I'm going to sit here for a while and I'm going to enjoy it. And then you do that for a little while, you sit still for a few weeks or months, and then you start getting depressed, you start getting down and thinking, you know what, I need more out of life, I feel bored. And then you sort of look inwards and you think, why am I being so ungrateful? I've got such a great life. And then it's just a downward spiral from there. So maybe one thing that we all just need to accept is that we need growth. It's in our DNA to do that. We're not special individuals, we're all just part of nature. You know, I'm not saying you're not special, but you understand what I'm saying. That none of us are, we haven't broken away from nature. We are still part of the universe. We're no different to a plant. We need to grow in order to fulfill ourselves, right? So let's take this back to fitness. If you get to where your goal is, so for example, for me, a few years ago, I thought I'd got to my goal. I hit 6% body fat, I felt ripped, and I had a good amount of muscle on my body. And so I thought, yeah, I'm cool. I've worked hard to get here. I'm gonna chill here for a bit and stay here. That kind of brings me on to another story, because what I did from there was make a colossal mistake and continue cutting to keep my body fat low. What I didn't realise is I should have upped it to maintenance level, and so I started to actually lose muscle mass over months and months and years following on from that. But anyway, that's a different story for another time. But what I did was I sat still. I lost drive, I lost motivation, and I wanted to just sit where I was and be happy with that for a while. But sure enough, I got bored of it, and like I just said, I started to actually go downwards as a result of the attempt to stagnate. So with fitness, maybe what we should do with our goals is we should plan to build muscle for a set period of time, and then we should plan to lose body fat for a period of time, and then we should plan to stagnate for a few weeks, and then get back on the wagon with either putting on more muscle or losing fat. And this relates to every single area of your life. I mean, with relationships, it's really easy with your partner to think, yeah, we've got a good thing going on, and get lazy with each other. And then sure enough, you start arguing, you start getting annoyed with each other. Bad things just start happening in your relationship, and it's because you're getting lazy. So we can't afford to get lazy. It causes unhappiness. As much as we've been conditioned to believe that comfort and not putting effort into things is the end goal, it's really not. Because when we're driving forward, when we're working hard, when we're putting our passion to work and really getting deep into whatever we're doing, sinking our teeth into it, you know better than anyone, you know as well as I do, that when you're in that moment of hustling like that, if you want to call it hustling, you never feel more alive, you know, like that's the time that you don't want to stop doing whatever you're doing. And that is kind of the goal. So I'm starting to realise that maybe I've got to stop setting goals to get to a comfortable point where I can chill. Maybe the goal in itself is to keep working. And just for the record, I am never going to be somebody that recommends hard work. I don't believe in work your balls off, work all day long, hustle, hustle, hustle. I don't believe in that. I believe in living life. That's my sort of philosophy. But perhaps the working within that living life is actually the bit that we live for. If you had no purpose and no drive, no goals of any sort, life would be so damn boring. And I've witnessed that plenty of times where I've got to my goal and I've sat back and been like, I've got everything I want. What do I do now? I'm bored. So maybe we should just stop wrestling with it. Stop fighting the reality that life equals growth or fulfillment, and happiness and success comes from growth. So there's never ever a goal. There is never an end point to this. There's never a destination. The journey is the goal. So I hope that resonates with you. I know I've just been totally rambling about this kind of topic, but I think it's so important. And I want to really with you is get deeper and deeper into understanding motivation, and to help you find your true deep desire of what's going to help you keep on moving forwards on this muscle building and leaning down journey. Because in life, in any goal we have, it's quite easy to learn the nuts and bolts of how to do it, but what really gets us there and what keeps us on the right path is having a strong mindset. And a strong mindset doesn't come from a simple light-hearted desire. It comes from a deep-rooted need, a real want and a must to get there. So I want to help you to find your must and your deep, deep, deep desire that's going to get you to hold on to this journey and not let it go, to guarantee that you build the body that you want to and live the life of your dreams. I hope all this has been helpful. I really do. If you like this style of video, please like the video, comment below, ask me anything you want to, and I'll be happy to come back to you. And if you like my videos, then please subscribe to my channel. I'm posting videos regularly, and I look forward to speaking to you again real soon.